Hello everyone. In previous lecture we have discussed about different heat treatment processes. In this lecture we have discussed about surface hardening treatments. So as the name is suggested, surface hardening. Hardening means to increase the hardness of material. So if you have increased the hardness of surface, then that is called as surface hardening. It is also called as a case hardening. So many applications such as gears, crankshaft, camshaft require hard and wear resistant surface, and it is tough to core and withstand the high impact load. And this is possible when surface hardening is better. So to improve the hardness of internally tough materials, we can use the surface hardening treatments. So mainly there are total five types of surface hardening treatments. First, carburizing, where carbon is increased on the surface of steel and then hardness increases. Second, nitriding, increase the nitrogen on the surface of steel and then hardening increases. Third, carbon nitriding, it include both carbon as well as nitrogen on the surface of steel and then increase the hardness. Fourth, flame hardening, it increases the hardness without a change any composition of surface. Similarly, for induction hardening, it also increases the hardening without change in composition of surface. So now we will see one by one. First, carburizing. So carburizing is nothing but when we have increased the carbon on the surface of steel, then it increases the hardness of steel. So it is carried out in the temperature range from 900 to 950 degrees Celsius, and carbon layer increases up to 0.7 to 0.9%. So mainly there are various types of carburizing: solid carburizing, which is also called as a pack or box carburizing; second, gas carburizing; third, liquid carburizing. So that diagram shows solid carburizing, where we have considered solid material such as BaCO3, and which is heated to a carburizing temperature and then hardness is increases. In this treatment we can use increase the hardness of small components required in batches, where at 900 to 950 degrees Celsius temperature, hardness is very 1 to 2.5 mm, time of 6 to 15 hours. Second is the gas carburizing, and that diagram shows when we have passed the nitrogen gas through the surface, it increases the carbon percentage. Mainly it is used to obtain thin cases of high uniformity, and case depth is obtained 0.2 to 0.5 mm in 1 to 2 hours. So at 900 degrees Celsius. It is used for large volume production mainly. And last type is a liquid carburizing, where we have used a liquid to increase the hardness of material. So generally it is used to rapid production, and when case depth between zero point 0.1 to 0.5 mm is obtained of period percentage up to 1 hour, usually at carburizing temperature, that is 900 to 950 degrees Celsius. So when we have increased the hardness in carburizing, after carburizing heat treatment is essential, as the carbon in the surface layer increases, it increases the surface hardness of, it does not increase the surface hardness of low carbon steel. Therefore carburizing must use heat treatment, and then it gives the hardness and toughness to surface and core respectively. So that diagram shows the heat treatment after carburizing. So there are two parts of diagram. First part shows the general part of oil carbon diagram, that is weight percentage versus temperature, where we have heated the steel to carburizing temperature. And second diagram shows the heat treatment, that is the TTT diagram for this carburizing process. So generally this heat treatment shows the four steps. First is a direct quench. If you see the diagram, so first cycle shows the direct quench, which involve rapid quenching of carburizing component in water or oil, and which gives temper to reduce brittleness of case. And that is very fast cooling. It produces martensite at the surface of steel and fine ferrite at the center. So this is a first cycle. Second is a double quench, where slow cooling from carburizing temperature and to a room temperature, and again in this second step we can heated a steel to a A3 critical temperature and then again cool. So it is called as a double quench. It gives the producing fine ferrite at the core. Third is the case refining quench. This involves direct quenching. Again, direct quenching from the carburizing temperature to room temperature, and again reaching the just above the critical temperature, that is A1 critical temperatures. So that is important, and it produces amount of retained arsenate. When arsenite to martensite transformation is occur, the remaining arsenite is called as a retained arsenite. So this is about third cycle. Then last fourth cycle is again known as a core refining quench. It involves the slow cooling of carburizing temperature and followed by reheating just above the upper critical temperature to the core and again quench. And this gives the superior properties to the surface, and that is about heat treatment of carburizing. So this diagram is most important, which shows four steps: direct quench, double quench, then case refining quench and core refining quench. So first again direct quench, second double quench, third case refining quench, and last four core refining quench. It gives the better surface by using carburizing process. Second is the nitriding. In carburizing, you can increase the carbon percentage on the surface of steel and increase the hardness of steel. While in nitriding, we can use the nitrogen to increase the hardness of steel. So in this nitriding is carried out in generally 500 degrees Celsius with ammonia atmosphere. So, and it is up to 40 to 100 hours in ammonia atmosphere. That is physically not easy, but it it gives a time as compared to carburizing process. So this is the diagram which shows the nitriding process, where we use the ammonia environment and component is heated up to 500 degrees Celsius. The advantage of this nitriding is there is no quenching is required. That is an important advantage. Second, for finishing component, nitriding treatment can be applicable. Third, complex shape component can be easily nitrided. It gives excellent wear resistance. Also, it possesses better fatigue properties, having good corrosion resistance. And in carburizing, we require heat treatment, but in after nitriding, there is no requirement of heat treatment. So this is about second surface hardening treatment, that is nitriding. Third, carbonitriding. It is the combination of carburizing plus nitriding on the surface of steel which increase the hardness of steel. And that diagram shows the environment which created by using carbonitriding. It improves the life of component as carburizing improves the service life of component and nitriding provide high surface of hardness. The advantage of this process is it gives the proper temperature control properties as it is a combination of carburizing plus nitriding. Second, it have high surface hardness and high toughness. Third, again excellent wear resistance. Fourth, it gives the hardness of nitrate gas is unaffected by heating the temperature below original nitriding temperature. Last, fatigue resistor is also important advantage of nitriding. Then fourth type of surface hardening treatment is flame hardening. It is also one of the type of surface hardening where we are heating the steel by using oxyacetylene flame. So generally, and the temperature is above upper critical temperature for this type of hardening. There are mainly four types of flame hardening. First, spot flame hardening. Second, progressive flame hardening. Third, spinning flame hardening, and fourth, combination flame hardening. So first diagram shows the spot flame hardening where we can make the oxyacetylene flame at the specific spot and then increase the hardness of that spot on the steel surface. Second diagram shows which is a progressive flame hardening where it is mainly used for lathe machine application where step by step oxyacetylene flame is used to increase the hardness of steel. Third diagram shows the gear which is also called as the spinning flame hardening. Example of spinning flame hardening is gear where rotation as well as progression is occur. And last type of flame hardening is combination flame hardening where progressive plus spinning is happen, and it is example for that progressive combination flame hardening is shaft as shown in figure. So applications generally medium carbon steel used for auto drive shaft gears, high carbon steel used for hard tools, drills, alloy steel used for automotive valves, bearings, then large size components such as lathe beds. These are the application. So advantage, it is very simple. Variety of steel can be hardened, can be applied to any shape. Selective hardening can be done. It is cheaper if only a few parts are to be surface hardened. But disadvantage is it required control temperature because it use oxyacetylene flame. If overheating, it may be result the formation of martensite and hard and brittle component. An excessive method for mass production, expensive method for mass production. Case step cannot be adjusted. Also decarbonization always occurs. It gases are required continuously. Okay. Last type of hardening is induction hardening. It mainly use induction coil and induction high frequency current to increase the hardness of steel surface as shown in diagram. So where it mainly advantage for this type of hardening is use localized hardening as you have used a current economical for mass production, operating cost is less, good properties for low grade steel, no oxidation, case depth can be controlled, high hardness is obtained, high fatigue strength, it can be used for production line, but disadvantage is not suitable for irregular shape component, not economical for small scale production. So please remember that, and thank you very